Hello YouTube and welcome back to another video, and in today's video I'm going to be building a Spitfire Mark IV from Italeri, and it was a fun kit to build that had quite a lot of issues and I did make a few minor mess ups. So first things first here, I didn't hit record when I was building the front part of the cockpit. So what you're seeing here is I am speccing some Humbrol 11 silver onto what I've done so far with the cockpit to give it a bit of chipping. And what you're seeing here is I am just dry brushing some Humbrol 11 silver onto the chair to give it even more of a warm look. And yes, I have just realised that I've messed up ever so slightly here. And what I've done is I've put the assembly after the weathering. So I'm just going to have to suck it up. But I use Revel contactor cement to glue it all together. And yeah, it, in my opinion, works really well. It has very good bonding capability. And for those of you that don't know, if you do struggle to get the glue out of the Revel contactor nib, you could just hold a lighter under the end of the nib and it should release all the liquid. Make sure to do this in a well ventilated area, otherwise it could cause some damage to your lungs. There were some areas on this kit that could have done with some filling. I didn't actually end up doing them because my filler didn't arrive in time and I just really wanted to get on with this kit. So as you'll see in the final photos later, there are some really quite noticeable gaps that I didn't bother filling in. But for future reference, yeah, you should fill the gaps because it basically doesn't have a Mariana Trench through them. But the two halves of the fuselage went together very nicely and required a little bit of sanding and a little bit of filling. But to be honest, it's not the worst bit of kit I've had. I've had much, much worse. I used some general purpose snips just to get the parts off the sprue, So as you can see here, I'm doing it with the wings. The wings came off very nicely, all the screws were very well attached together. If you want to see an unboxing to this video, there's one up on my channel. It's about 2 videos back. I would recommend you watch it because it does give you information if you do want to buy this kit. Gluing the wings together, they came together very, very nicely, although there was some minor gaps that could have easily been filled in with a little bit of glue, seeing as they weren't big enough, in my opinion, to justify the use of filler. This, well, I can't fix this because I'm not that great of a modeller, but if you look closely, I mean, it's not quite focused, but they're not aligned on the actual kit. So I don't know what's happened here, but that is very clearly not aligned. There's nothing I can do about it, but this side here is higher than that one. Most of the details on this kit went together very, very nicely, and I definitely recommend this kit. Although it has some issues, it's pretty fun, and most of the details did fit quite nicely, of course, other than, as you can see on screen, the very front of the aircraft, which has a fat gap on it. The wings of the kit, they went on very, very nicely. There wasn't actually any gaps on these, so I didn't really need to use any filler. And in my opinion, they went together very well. For the painting, I used Humbrol 106 for the base coat. In hindsight, I should have probably thinned it down a little bit, which might be next video, might be video after, I haven't decided yet. There'll be another Spitfire with a very similar paint scheme, which you'll see I will have thinned it down. So stay tuned for that if you want to see it. If you do want to see it, and make sure, please hit that subscribe button. It's very, very useful to me. So it basically knows that you're interested in my content. So I'll keep making it for you. And although I didn't frame that very well, you can see here that I painted the second layer of the camouflage with Humbrol 30. This colour went on very nicely. It had a few pigments here and there, but to be honest it was much better than the grey that I just used. Recommend this one, but wouldn't really recommend the other colour if you're just starting out. And of course for the underside of the aircraft I used Humble 64 matte acrylic. And sorry about the terribly shaky camera work, I'm not quite sure why I've done that. Probably just me being a bit dodgy with it. Hopefully it should sort itself out. If not, well, we can give permission to virtually hit it. For the clear parts, I used a tiny bit of the Revel contact cement to glue them on. You've got to be really careful with it because it could steam up the glass, which I don't recommend doing. Also, while I'm here, I might as well mention that I didn't record the decals because I'm a bit thick and I forgot. But they went on very, very nicely, and they weren't too thick, but there was one or two issues on the underside of the aircraft. But they look mostly very good. And I want to thank you all very, very much for watching. I really, really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did enjoy, please make sure to leave a like and a comment as it helps out the channel. But yeah, enjoy these gallery photos and have a wonderful day.